No.
Oh, I don't?
No.
Okay, good. Thanks for having me. I gave out some flyers on the HARP program. If you don't know what the HARP program is, it was put out by Fannie and Freddie about a year ago for primarily for those that are underwater, for lack of a better term, in their values. The home prices in the area, you know, let's say 3 years ago, people were doing first and second mortgages. The values were there at that time, and they're no longer there. So that puts a lot of people underwater. So they are able to refinance with the interest rates that are out right now, and it benefits them by lowering their payment, lowering their interest rate, extending their term, if that's what benefits them. Their mortgage had to have been closed before May 31st of 2009. They cannot have already refinanced under the HARP program, and as Chris said, they have to be Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac serviced. What this is doing is trying to stimulate the market, trying to get people some savings where they would not be able to get it in a normal market, I guess we could say. If they are Regions customers, there's no appraisal, which makes the closing costs very low. We are also doing non-Regions customers. So if they're with, let's say, Bank of America and they're Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac serviced, then they can come to us, and the only different stipulation is that they do have to have an appraisal. Now, it doesn't matter what the appraisal comes back at, because the program is out there for, you know, the underwater homes. Now, I always get the question, what if the value is there in my home, but, you know, you're in a higher interest rate, can you still refinance? And the answer to that is yes. And that is because the program is put out there for everyone. They cannot discriminate. It's geared towards those that the values aren't there, but anyone can take part in it. And since the rates are really low right now, if you haven't checked into it, you probably ought to. Okay, let me see here. We do not, for Regions service loans, we do not look at value, credit score, or debt to income ratio. For non-Regions, we look at credit score primarily, and that's to determine what rate you're going to get, because obviously if your credit score is very low, you're going to get a higher rate than if you have a good score. But that's the only criteria. You're still able to do the loan. It doesn't matter what the value is. Now, FHA, and this is not on your sheets here, but FHA just recently came out with their own HARP program. It's a streamlined refinance. If the loan was closed before May 31st of 2009, they have lower mortgage insurance premiums, which can make all the difference in the world for a customer, because those mortgage premiums have skyrocketed in the last 2 years. So that it's 0.01% of their payment versus about 0.35% of their payment. Those are just approximates. So if you know someone or you're in an FHA loan, look at that streamlined refinance as well. If you are a Regions customer, again, no appraisal. If you are a non-Regions customer, it's up to what our automated underwriting system says that we need to do. Any questions for me? Everybody's so quiet. Okay. I put out the flyers. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to email me, call me, text me. I'll be glad to answer. If I can help out, I'd like to. Thank you.
Thank you.